Today, I present to you Lost Takes 5. In the packaging, you will receive 10 tracks. You will get the MP3, the wave, the instrumental, the acapella, the lyrics in the MP4. All of these songs were recorded in 2018. These are another batch from the African American project that I dropped back in 2019. So these are some of the songs that did not make the cut. So on this project, we have the banger Die Broke, which was a monster track for the streets. When it comes to recording an album, right? The best thing to do is record a high quantity amount of songs. So for the African American album, I already explained that I recorded about 30 to 40 records, right? And so obviously everything's not gonna make the cut. So what I did for this project was just take some of them songs that didn't make the cut and mix and master them down, and here we go. Down below in the comments or in the description somewhere, I'm gonna link the original video of me explaining the process for making the African American album so I don't have to rehash it here. But I do wanna add on just a little bit, just to give you a little bit more context. When it comes to making a project, you have to give it time. And as a songwriter, you have to write a lot of songs. Previously, before making the African American album, I didn't really record a lot of songs at one time. Whatever I recorded in that moment at whatever time span that I was working with, that was it. And I just dropped those records. I didn't really, I put a lot of effort into the writing, but like when it comes to like the overall project and the process, it wasn't defined until I started doing this album. This album is when I completely switched up everything. When I mean everything, bought a new microphone, I had moved, Legend was living with me, whole situation. So it's just, coming into this process, I've learned that I knew that I needed to record a high quantity amount of records, and I needed them to sound similar so that they are in the same lane. So the vibe for this project, for the African American project, was more percussion based, because that's the music that I gravitate to the most, right? And throughout the album, you can hear the different elements and different vibes that I can come up with that I personally love to do. Like, you hear a little bit of trap, you hear some reggaeton, you hear some dancehall, you hear some reggae, you hear R&B, you hear some pop. And you get all of that in a mixture. So the records that are on this project is exactly that. It's going through that process of different styles. So we got pop records, we got dancehall records, we got reggaeton, we got trap. So just going through my whole palette and going through and creating a storyline, because certain songs go back to back right after another because they feed into the same storyline, just in an extension of a storyline, and you get the concept once you start to listen to all the songs back to back to back. So if I could talk to myself from the past and talk to anybody who is aspiring to be a songwriter, be fearless. You want to do every idea. Do every idea that you come up with. Everything's not going to make the album. And then if something is still good years later or whatever, you have an opportunity like this now to still release those songs. Just make sure that you copyright all your records and put them out, and just be fearless. Don't ever be afraid to express yourself. Everything's not gonna be perfect. It's more important to go with the vibe at all costs. Always vibe beats technicality at all costs. Make sure that you deliver the song how you hear it. That was important. So some of these records, my voice is high pitched. Some of these records, I'm using my mixed voice, and just going through my whole range on this one. So don't be surprised if you hear different vibes, different tones coming from me, because that's how this whole process was. It's just a roller coaster. I would like to thank everybody who has been following me through this journey. I do appreciate you. I wish to talk to each and every last one of you and thank you in person personally. Don't forget to, check out the website and, cop a little bit of merch if you see something you like, you feel me? Because it's all coming from me. And I appreciate everyone who is supporting this project, and there's a lot more to come. Lost Take 5.